Hello and welcome back to the Sovren FX YouTube channel. How's everyone doing? So today I'm going to go over gold and GJ. So for the past few days, I've been having problems with my internet connections and everything, but I think we are back to where we were previously. So as you can see, gold actually tapped the 1972 areas as previously analyzed from last week. And GJ also came all the way towards 180 flat. Let us look at the higher time frames. Let's look at the hourly, exactly where we had drawn our areas of entry. So when price broke back above 180, then retested 180 flat, this would have been very nice positions for you to hold for 100 200 pips for it to go towards 182. Okay, so that was GJ for last week. So for right now, we are looking to capitalize on short-term scalps above 181 to 64, all the way towards 181,500 for 30 pips. Excuse me. So this will be our first trade. Stop loss for around 8 pips. Take profit for around 30 pips. That's around 1 3 plus risk to reward. Don't forget we're still playing the higher time frame bullish bias on GJ. As for gold, we've had a spike all the way to 1972. So just based on technicals, because I haven't yet done the analysis and fundamentally to understand what caused this move. But based on technical perspectives, you'd expect price to come and retest the high made at 1972. So for any trades to be taken, we want to see closes above 1965 and holding above. Otherwise, when price comes below 1965, this is a no trade range for me, because I'm not sure what price wants to do in between. Okay, so that was that for gold. So currently we just have to wait for setups to come to us. Till then, let's exert a little bit more patience. We might get stopped out of this GJ trade. You can close the trade if you are scared, because when price starts closing below the 181 200 ppl, this signifies you're going to do a deeper pullback towards 181 flat before we see the upside towards 181 500.
bright. It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So we're currently up 10 pips for GJ. For those who took this trade, I would close our position here. So this was 10 pips. Could manage your positions, close a portion at 10 pips because we don't have enough volume. We'd see price go back down towards 181 200 before finally pushing up to 181 500 and breaking the highs we made during London. Also remember, if you've already closed a position of your trade at 10 pips, always have your stop loss at break even. You don't want to give your profits back to the market. So for example, you took one lot and at 10 pips you closed 70%. The 0.30% or the 30-cent lot you have still running, make sure it's at break even, whereby if price stops you out, well and good, but if price drives, you get that extra profit. Okay, so just be a little bit cautious, because right now I'm seeing we're having trouble breaking this price sensitivity area at around 181,300, and for us to validate the buys further, we have to see closures above 181,300 and that push towards 181,500 for 30 pips. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, drop them in the chat. I'm looking to answer the questions you might have today. So once we break above 181,500, I'm looking to see GJ going all the way towards 182 first for the first leg. For the first leg of movement. Of course, you're going to have pullbacks. We might get deeper pullbacks to collect liquidity, but eventually we're going to find our way towards 183 before the end of the week. But that's just based on what GJ wants to do. This is just my analysis. Before the end of the week, we should be soaring towards 183. So you can plan your scalps and your swings based on that. If you get entries, remember these are premium buys. You can hold it all the way to 184 for around 300 pips. Just make sure you have a reasonable stop loss for your swing trades, because as you know, GJ is most likely going to do pullbacks and your swing trades are going to be stopped out if you don't have them at reasonable areas. So the perfect entry would have been here at 180 flat, but we have to take what the market gives us depending on the session you trade. Therefore, in this session, we're looking to capitalize on this 30 pips from 181,200. I mean 181,200 towards 181,500. So if you catch your 30 pips, you'd call it a day. As for gold, I'm still yet to understand what caused this movement. I'm currently doing my research. Give me the next 5 minutes. But till then, I'm not going to take any trades till I am sure I understand what has gone on right here. If not, I'm most probably going to sit this one out and take trades tomorrow. So let's quickly look at the dollar index. The dollar index fell below 100. Therefore, this means the dollar is losing strength towards 99, but we're currently seeing gold trying to make higher highs and higher lows to regain the bit of strength it lost, but I'm only seeing buys on gold and sells on the dollar index till we find our way above 100. So till we close above 100, this is just a minor pullback, then you can see the fall. All this is based technically on the levels I have on the chart. So therefore, for gold, what we've seen will most likely get phased out, and a closure above 1965 would validate the buys to go towards 1970 and break those highs for the short term. So looking at the calendar, we have the Canadian CPI. You also want to monitor that because Canada and the US are close trade partners, and therefore what goes on the Canadian dollar and the Canadian side will most likely reflect what's going to go on in the US. Therefore, investors are also monitoring CPI for the Canadian dollar. And we also have the retail sales for US in the next 30 to 45 minutes. We will be there. So right now, let's just sit this one out on gold because we're going to get the news, and with the news, I mean the economic data report, the releases, they're going to give us the direction for the week, and from there we can execute either buys or sells depending on the data you're going to receive in the next 40 minutes. But right now, let's just monitor GJ. We haven't yet gotten stopped out, and still trading below 181,300, which is not a good sign for the buys. But once we break above 181,300, we are going to see the squeeze towards 181,500. Yeah, so let's just monitor that for the time being till we get the news in the next 40 minutes. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. we have been stopped out at break even in the 30% we left to run. So let me quickly just move this here where we got stopped out. So 10 pips was all we were able to catch today. We'll have to wait for the data release in the next 30 minutes for us to plan out the next trades we're going to take. Okay, so till then, let us sit tight and let's not be greedy. I'm not sure if you can hear me, maybe leave an emoji in the chat. I'm not sure what happened to my audio, but it should be up right now. So quickly, let's go over what you're going to see. So in the next 15 minutes, you're going to have the CPI for Canada and the US retail sales. We are more concerned with the retail sales because this directly affects gold. So investors are expecting a 0.5% increase in retail sales. This will give the US dollar strength, and giving the US dollar strength, we are going to see the sales. We're going to see sales on gold. So if we get exactly what was predicted by Reuters, the poll that the investors have, we're going to see sales towards 1953 for that pullback for 100 plus pips. Remember, everything here is data dependent, and I'm not saying this based on a technical view because this is what they're expecting, but it depends. If we get below forecast and below what was expected, we're going to see buys on gold from 1965 all the way to 1970s for around 80 pips, and you can have continuations if we break above 1972 towards 1976 for 100 pips. Okay, so everything is data dependent. Everything is dependent on what you're going to receive during the retail sales data release in the next 10 minutes. Okay, so close all the trades you might have. If your trade is a swing trade, maybe move your stop loss to into profit, because you're most likely going to see spikes. So this is how the market reacts to releases. You're going to see spikes before you get the move, and you don't want to get caught up with this whipsaw. Okay, so as a rule of thumb, wait for the data release first, then execute. So immediately the data is released, give it about 5 minutes for the market to cool down, and this is for the aggressive traders. So after 5 minutes, if we close above 1969, you can get quick scalps for about 30 pips. And for those traders who are a little bit risk averse, you're most likely going to wait for the next 4-hour candle. Therefore, in the next 40 minutes, you're going to get our trades. So today, I'm most likely not going to, personally, not going to execute during the data release. Rather, wait for the 4-hour candle to open, give me a pullback, and that's when I'm going to see the direction the market is headed. Therefore, I'll have more confidence in my buys or sells depending on the data we'll have received. Okay, remember, we don't know how investors are going to digest the data you're going to get in 10 minutes. Therefore, it's better to stay back, let the market calm down, then execute after the data releases. So that's it for gold. For GJ, as usual, GJ, you can play buys day in, day out till you get the shift in sentiment from the Bank of Japan and the Bank of England. But right now, you can always get buys from PPL to PPL. So this was the first trade I had highlighted, because we failed to break exactly what I said. If you can rewind the stream, if we fail to break 181,300, this means that price is most likely going to do a deeper pullback towards 181 flat before we can see the move up. Also, if price fails to sustain this buyer's volume and it fails again to break 181,300, the same is going to be done all the way to 180,800 before you can see the new highs get broken and higher highs formed. Okay, and being a scalper, you always want to finesse in between these PPLs. So that's why today I was in favor of catching 10 pips rather than holding a trade for 40 to 60 pips. As you can see, for those who executed at 180, you got your 10 pips and you're out. So therefore that is 20 pips. It's just as simple as that. No need to complicate trading. As you can see, no need to enter buys right now because we have data reports in the next 8 minutes. Therefore, let's just sit this one out and wait, because we're going to get stopped out by a week. Most likely it's going to shoot down, then shoot up. But also remember, as far as GJ doesn't have the US dollar as a pair in it, investors across the world always monitor the US economy, which is going to give them the direction towards all other investment vehicles, such as currencies, equities, and metals, commodities at large. Therefore, the data reports by US will affect GJ. I'm not sure I explained that as clearly as I deemed, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. The data reports for the US are obviously going to affect GJ, even though US dollar is not within the pair. Remember, the US dollar is a safe haven currency, and the Japanese yen is also a safe haven currency. Therefore, you can use that correlation to also give you more confidence and more confluence for you to ride your trades out. So we are patiently waiting for the release before we can execute on any trades. As you can see, price is also driving down towards 181 flat. That's why today I've been in favor of short-term scalps, 10 pips per piece, then call it a day. Okay, so if you've caught these two trades, there's no need to trade the news. You can call it a day and come back tomorrow, because if you take more than 3 trades, that's greed, and over the long term you're going to lose a lot of money. It's not sustainable. let us monitor price. So currently price is still doing its whipsaws. Let us look at the calendar. So it turns out that, okay, let's give it a minute for it to load for us. So the retail sales were below expectations, and that's why we see the quick impulsive move towards 19